What if I told you that the biggest YouTuber in the world once sat in a small room for hours, thinking about just one thing? Not money, not fame, not millions of subscribers, but just one question. How can I become the most successful person on YouTube? This is the story of a boy whose obsession turned him into the biggest content creator in the world.
His name is MrBeast. Today, millions of people know him. His videos generate billions of views. But his story doesn't begin with success. It begins with obsession. Born into an ordinary family in North Carolina, Jimmy Donaldson thought differently from a young age. While other kids spent their time playing, Jimmy spent hours watching videos on the internet. But he didn't just enjoy watching videos. He wanted to understand why a video went viral, why people clicked on certain videos, what kept viewers watching until the very end. What started as a hobby soon became an obsession. At the age of 13, he launched his first YouTube channel. At the time, no one imagined that this young boy would one day become the biggest creator in the world. His early videos barely received any views. Sometimes they didn't even reach double digits. But Jimmy refused to quit. After school, he spent countless hours studying YouTube. He watched successful creators frame by frame. He analyzed thumbnails. He took notes on titles. He studied audience retention, and every single day, he learned something new. Slowly, his entire life began revolving around YouTube. His friends went out and had fun. Jimmy stayed in his room writing video ideas. Many people thought it was crazy, but he didn't care because he had only one goal in mind: to become #1 on YouTube. Time passed, yet success still seemed far away. For years, his videos failed to take off. His subscriber count grew painfully slowly. Most people would have quit by then. But Jimmy was different. He once said that he spent several hours every day thinking about YouTube. Sometimes, even while trying to sleep, new video ideas filled his mind. That obsession became his greatest strength. Then one day, he decided to run a strange experiment.
An experiment most people would never even consider. He turned on a camera and started counting. 1, 2, 3, and he kept counting. For hours, then for days. Eventually, he reached 100,000. The video went viral. Millions of people watched it. For the first time, the world noticed this unusual but incredibly dedicated creator. But this was only the beginning. Jimmy realized that to get attention online, he had to do things differently. He started creating even bigger challenges, sitting in one place for 24 hours, performing bizarre tasks for hours, attempting experiments that seemed impossible. People were shocked, but the views kept rising. Subscribers started pouring in. For the first time, his dream felt real. But the biggest transformation was still ahead. Most creators earn money and spend it on luxury. Jimmy chose a different path. He started reinvesting his earnings back into his videos. First $1,000, then $10,000, then hundreds of thousands, then millions. People around him were stunned. Why would anyone spend that much money on videos? Jimmy's answer was simple. If the videos become better, the audience will be happier. And if the audience is happy, the channel will grow. The strategy worked. He began giving away thousands of dollars to strangers, helping people in need, creating massive giveaways. For the first time, viewers saw a creator who gave money away instead of keeping it. His videos spread faster than ever before, but with success came bigger risks. Many times, he invested almost everything he earned into the next video. If a video failed, the losses could be enormous. Yet Jimmy kept taking risks, again and again. That became his identity. As time passed, his videos became larger. His challenges became bigger. The production quality started looking like Hollywood. Multi-million-dollar sets were built. Entire teams worked alongside him. But one thing never changed: his obsession. Even today, he spends hours discussing thumbnails. testing titles, studying audience psychology, and finding ways to make every video better than the last. That's why he didn't just become a creator, he remained a student of YouTube. And the person who never stops learning never stops growing. Slowly, his name spread across the world. Brands wanted to work with him. Media outlets wanted to interview him. Millions of people eagerly waited for every upload. But Jimmy's ambitions grew beyond views. He launched major social impact campaigns, planting millions of trees, helping clean the oceans, supporting people in need, and leading projects whose impact extended far beyond YouTube. His influence was no longer limited to the internet. He was creating change in the real world. Then came the moment when his channel became one of the largest in the world. Not millions, not tens of millions, but hundreds of millions of subscribers. The dream, once imagined by a boy sitting alone in a small room, had become reality. But perhaps the most fascinating part is this: there was no magic secret behind his success. No hidden formula, no overnight breakthrough. It was the result of thousands of days of relentless effort, the result of continuing despite failure, and, above all, the result of obsession. While the world was sleeping, he was learning YouTube. While others were having fun, he was developing ideas. While others were giving up, he was experimenting. That was the difference. That is why Jimmy Donaldson became MrBeast. His story teaches us an important lesson. Great achievements are often created not by talent alone, but by consistent dedication. If someone can stay focused on a goal for years, keep learning, keep improving, and never quit, even things that seem impossible can become possible. MrBeast's story is not just a YouTube story. It's a story about focus, a story about patience, a story about the kind of obsession that can transform an ordinary person into an extraordinary one. And perhaps that's why the world doesn't see him as just a YouTuber. It sees him as proof that when obsession is directed in the right direction, it can make history.